Yeah, Bobby, you mentioned it, the 52nd meeting between these two programs, and Hornets Nest Trophy on the line. But for Davidson head coach Matt McKillop, he is very used to this crosstown rivalry. He grew up being the ball boy for Davidson, played on the team collegiately, and now coaching in this matchup. Even 5 of his 6 coaches on his staff are former Davidson men's basketball players. Coach, what adjustments did you make in those final 4 minutes to take the lead at the half?
I think our defense just got better. We want to emphasize help side, and we weren't rebounding in that first quarter, and I think defensive rebounded better. It's just a matter of just being tough.
How do you continue to create separation here from Charlotte in the second half?
We got to continue to create turnovers and continue to finish at the rim. We're getting plenty of paint points and plenty of rim looks. We just have to finish.
It's now Brevard back in the state championship for the first time in 43 years, and head coach Luke Coleman told me that this week has looked just like every other week of the season, just with an extra day of practice. He said they used that day to get out all the extra emotion to be locked in for today. He said the biggest reason for success for his team is their ability to overcome and just their will to win. Deontay Neal and Kendra Harrison making history today, winning 2 state championships in both basketball and football. Talk to me about them, their impact on this program, as well as the other seniors.
Yeah, there's been 2 Hall of Fame guys. I probably won't coach another guy like them. I hope I get a chance to.
After 9 years, a rivalry renewed. Dudley and Grimsley haven't played since 2016 when Dudley won 47-0 right here inside Jamison Stadium. And now the Worleys look to take back their house in a new era. Grimsley still without quarterback Faison and Brandon are looking to the leadership of freshman quarterback Bradey Lowe to withstand the pressures of Dudley's defense. One of Coach Furr's philosophies he's been trying to instill to this team this season is the 3 levels of toughness, which refers to mental, emotional, and physical. He said, I talk to them all the time about those 3 levels. I try to kick their butt every day in practice, because when you get in a game and things get tough, that's when you need to lean on all 3. And that was the topic of conversation in that last time out, being able to sustain pressure for a long period of time and leading into that toughness when their backs are against the wall, Bobby. Coach, after falling short last year, losing in the second round, you come back, you win your 2nd state championship. What does this mean to you in this program?
It's big for me. Like I said, it's been a dream I blew out the candles to as a 5-year-old all the way to this point. It was big for me and my family just to continue the tradition, the excellence that my dad set back in the 90s to now. And I got to experience a little bit as a player and assistant coach, but then now to do it as a head coach for the 2nd time is big. It means a lot to me. And credit to my coaches and staff who do a great job over the season.
And I think that's something that hurt him in the Dukes Mayo Classic. I mean, the first play of the game was a false start. He had an interception and a fumble. So the offensive rhythm just wasn't there for the Niners, but he actually had his best collegiate game up to date against Charlotte last season as a starting quarterback for Carolina. He had a combined 3 touchdowns in that game, so he knows how to be a leader for his team. So it's going to be really important for him to keep those emotions in check.
Well, Coach, after waiting 2 hours, how did your team rise to the occasion today?
They were poised and they were in the moment.
I asked head coach Tony Trisciani this week how they look to get over that hurdle, and he said it's not so much of an offensive issue. It's also defensive, getting off the field on 3rd down, but a crucial component is they haven't received the football in the second half of a football game this entire year. So with an extra possession for the other team, he doesn't think it's a lack of energy issue, but sustaining drives after the half, as well as the turnover margin specifically in the 3rd quarter, has been the Phoenix kryptonite. I know you guys did a little BP yesterday. How did that go for you? Did you get any home runs? What was that like?
Yeah, I went 10 for 10 at the batting cage. The Knights, I think they're going to contact me here soon about maybe, walking on in my off time, come try out for their team.
So do we need to tell Coach Harrell that you're not going to be playing football?
No, I'm definitely going to be playing football. After the season probably done, I think they'll probably have me come out for a little tryout or something like that, They ain't see nobody else hit no home runs out the park like I was doing yesterday.
We'll be sure to talk to the MLB scouts. Talk about the explosiveness of the Phoenix's run game, and a key contributor to that the past 2 weeks has been Jamil Williams, coming in from Virginia State. He fractured his wrist in week 3, played the remaining 8 games on injury, had surgery before coming to Elon, and he told me that was a really hard time for him. He had a lot of mental doubt on whether or not he'd be able to come back and play as good as he was from the months between January and July. He lost a lot of weight, so he put on 22 pounds. So the jump for him this year has been all about learning how to move with that weight, as well as continuing to be fast and agile. Coach, a huge response by your defense right there. What have you liked out of that group so far?
Yeah, the defense is playing great. We like their effort, like they've been playing the whole year. We just got to continue to finish.
Your quarterback, Bradey having success in the air. Just how do you look to continue to extend drives offensively in the second half?
Yeah, Bradey's had a good half.
Yeah, guys, when the Phoenix came out of the locker room, quarterback Landon Clark was warming up on the sidelines. He was experiencing some discomfort, told the athletic trainers that he couldn't throw. He went into the medical tent. He was in there for a while, came out, got on the bike, started warming up a little bit more. He went back into the medical tent, now walking on the sideline, seemed to have some discomfort on his side and as well as his hand. So Marco Lainez will be getting the start at quarterback here in the second half, guys. You said it yourself, Coach. This team answered the call today after 14 points from Hampton in the third quarter. What does this say about your group you have?
Yeah, it means that we've got grit. You know, we refuse to be denied.
You might see the flag guy, but it's actually Sweepy the Motivator. He started coming to Tarboro games in 1992. He hasn't missed a game since. He's up and down the sidelines, waving his flag, cheering the crowd on, just bringing the Tarboro sidelines to life. Just a huge motivator here as they look to clinch another state championship, guys. Your quarterback, Landon Clark, having a day today, just 4 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing. What did you like about his composure when it mattered most?
Yeah, the improvements he's made the last 2 weeks have been significant. Really proud of him. He's a super athlete, arm talent, got great legs. He's a relentless competitor. So it's great to see him develop and grow and lead us here these last 2 weeks.
I saw you get a little bit emotional talking about this team and just the legacy that they're going to leave here. You told me you wanted to finish this thing right. Yeah. How did they leave their legacy today, Coach?
Yeah, they left a legacy.